opened a new exhibition called Meetings in Marrakesh, focusing on the paintings of Sir Winston Churchill and Hassan el-Glawi. Churchill, Britain's iconic wartime prime minister, was also an accomplished amateur painter. He went to Marrakesh in Morocco regularly, declaring it to be one of the loveliest spots in the whole world. During these trips, he met the Pasha's son, Hassan el-Glawi, who is now one of Morocco's most famous painters.
The horses and, horse scenes and traditional processions, like you have the one behind me. This is what he's known for. When I had the first discussion with Daniel Robbins, the curator of the exhibition, he wanted to make sure we chose some paintings that related not only to Marrakesh, but also were in theme with the landscaping of Winston Churchill.
I think Morocco was very important for his painting because he first went there in 1935, and between then and 1959 he spent more time there than in any other foreign country apart from America or France.
During 1943 Winston Churchill was in the office of my grandfather and he saw some drawings of my father. And I did a bit of research for the catalogue, looking into the Churchill archives. And there were correspondence between, the Pasha and Winston Churchill about how, he loved that day painting in the Atlas Mountain and the Orica. And so they had exchanges of, his passion, basically, of painting. And I can only assume that once during an office, discussion, he saw some paintings of my father, or it was a topic of discussion just because, they were two friends and, his son had a passion for art and, Churchill was in Marrakesh and loved to paint in Marrakesh. So I think that might be, the discussion they had over coffee or Moroccan tea, I don't know.
Well, it became obvious looking at the work of both artists that the most obvious sort of crossing point was their depictions of Marrakesh. And then when we began to place them next to each other and think about how they might combine, some very interesting comparisons emerged and similarities in palette and composition and all of those things that it would hold together and work together best in presenting both these artists.
One here which he did in 1935 of the Katoubia Mosque in Marrakesh, which was a favourite one for him to paint. And this is the same scene that in 1943, after the Casablanca conference, he said to President Roosevelt, "You must come with me to Marrakesh. I must be with you when you see the sun setting on the Atlas Mountains." And the next morning, when the president had left, he went straight up to the tower of the villa where he was staying and painted the only picture that he did in World War II of the Katoubia Mosque, which is a very, very similar scene to the painting we have here today.